At midnight, just as the last neon sign flickered over the cracked blacktop, a little girl in faded Disney princess pajamas stumbled into the Iron Wolves biker bar. Tears streaming, voice trembling, clutching a battered stuffed rabbit. Nobody noticed her at first. Not until Snake, the club's scariest member, felt her tug his sleeve and whisper, "They're chasing me." Mommy said bikers protect people. It was not the greeting anyone expected in the bar that night. Snake built like a bear, tattoos winding over every knuckle and cheek, looked down, startled by her courage. Behind her, headlights swerved in the distance. The back door slammed, and all the laughter drained from the room. Snake squatted down, looking her straight in the eye. "You all right, kid?" She shook her head, voice raw and thin. "They took Mommy. He said he'd hurt my baby brother if I said anything." Her lip quivered. "But Mommy said you help people." A murmur spread through the dim bar, bouncing off the brick walls. The Iron Wolves weren't known for kindness. Their reputation was all fire, leather, and roaring bikes. But in that moment, nobody laughed. Snake rose and turned. Every tattoo flexed as he beckoned his brothers. "We got a situation," he said. "Family rule. We help her." The MC's president, Red, nodded once, his long gray ponytail swaying. "What's a girl doing here in pajamas at midnight?" he asked gently. She clutched the rabbit tighter. "Bad man locked Mommy in the basement." Red's jaw stiffened. He had daughters of his own, and every biker in the room felt a chill settle in. Snake wrapped his giant leather jacket around her shoulders, then motioned to Kate, the club's medic, sharp-eyed, motherly. Kate knelt, waving a flashlight, her calm voice steadying the girl. Outside, tires screeched and headlights stabbed through the bar's dusty windows. "Who's chasing you?" Kate asked. She stared at the floor. "A cop. He had a badge. Mommy told me not to trust him. He lives with us." Her words tumbled out, broken by sobs. "He said he'd hurt my brother if I told." The MC clustered at the windows, surveying the parking lot. Snake sent 2 prospects out back, flashlights sweeping the alley. Kate hugged the girl close. Gentle, but firm. Red dialed his phone first to other clubs, then to a judge he trusted. Then finally, to a friend in the sheriff's office. "We keep her safe," he barked. "Until daylight comes." Snake growled. "Nobody messes with kids on our watch." Flashback. The MC rolled up to the girl's house once before, years back, to break up a fight. Locals feared them, but sometimes called anyway, hoping tough men would scare off bigger threats. This night, the MC realized how little the cops had helped, how often small cries went unheard. Back in the bar, bikers shifted from jokes to tactics. 2 bikers, Juan and Tanner, slipped outside quiet, as hunting dogs checking for anyone lurking or watching. The girl whispered her name, "Sophie. I'm 5. She looked up, trusting Snake more than she ever had any adult in uniform. Kate wiped her tears, passed her juice, and wrapped her tighter in leather. "Your mom was smart, Sophie. Now we'll be the wall." Red sent everyone to action. Kate and Tanya kept Sophie close, distracting her with soft stories and warm food. Snake checked his revolver and nodded to the others. "Nobody gets past us." Out back, Juan radioed in. No sign of anyone, but a black sedan's down the street. "Lights off. Park our bikes in the entrance," Red ordered. Nobody in, nobody out. Juan and Tanner brought Sophie's address and the cop's name. Snake shivered a familiar badge, one he'd seen in bars before. Red asked, "What's his plan?" Kate answered, "He thinks bikers will look the other way." Snake shook his head. Tension rises. Kate texted Sophie's mom, hoping for a reply. Nothing. Sophie said her brother was just a baby. "He cries a lot. Mommy sings to him, even when she's scared." Red rallied the MC, assigning lookouts, locking all doors, watching every window. Local cops arrived, suspicion deep in their eyes. Snake stood tall, tattoos shimmering in the neon light. "This girl came to us," he said. "She's scared. She's hurt. And the bad man is one of yours." For once, the police listened. A sergeant pulled Snake aside, quietly admitting rumors of off-duty violence. Inside, Sophie's breathing slowed. She fell asleep against Kate, clutching the rabbit, jacket draped over her shoulders. Snake kept watch outside all night, boots heavy on the concrete. At dawn, Sophie's mom replied, the message urgent, shaky. "He's locking us in. He'll kill me if he finds out I called. Please, save the children." Red took the address, mapped a rescue, and signaled the MC. Iron Wolves ride at sunrise. Nobody gets left behind. Action. The club split into two. One to guard the bar, one to roll out to Sophie's home. Snake, Red, Kate, and Juan led the first charge. Sophie, now awake and hopeful, wore Snake's big jacket over her pajamas. She clung to Kate's hand. They arrived at the house, boarded windows, peeling paint. Old sheriff's car parked behind. Snake peeked through the basement window. Faint whimpers echoed from deep inside. Kate stayed outside with Sophie. Red and Snake checked the doors. Juan went around back. Heavy boots, crunching glass. Police backup crept in. Caught by the MC's alarm, Red flagged them quietly. Inside, Snake and Red found the corrupt cop, his rage explosive, gun drawn, threats flying. Snake grabbed him, wrenched the weapon loose, pinned him to the wall. Red shouted to the arriving police, "Get the kids out. The man's confessions are on recording." Kate and a uniformed officer hurried Sophie's mom and brother from the basement. Screams of relief, tears sudden and unstoppable. The cops snarled. But the MC stood firm. Full video proof, playing from Snake's phone. Red handed over the phone to the sergeant, expression unreadable. "That's everything. On tape. Bikers protect people. Remember that." Back at the bar, the MC welcomed the family. Sophie, her little brother, her exhausted mom. The crowd gave them food, hugs, a leather jacket for Sophie, a patched vest for her mom. Sophie slept for 12 hours, safe at last, her hand wrapped around Snake's thumb. Rabbit tucked into her jacket pocket. Every biker stood watch, arms folded, eyes bright. Red shook hands with the police sergeant. "Old law. New law. We all answer to kids, first." Snake cleaned up his knuckles, every tattoo glinting in the morning sun. Kate whispered thanks, tears in her eyes. But they weren't finished, not in the way real clubs operate. Sunlight filtered through the battered windows of the Iron Wolves clubhouse, painting long stripes across Sophie's face as she finally slept, safe and unafraid. Snake sat nearby, boots up on the table, watching her with the quiet awe reserved for miracle moments. Around the room, bikers spoke in hushed tones, half incredulous at the night's events. Kate, the medic, tiptoed in and brushed Sophie's hair from her eyes. Outside, Sophie's little brother played in the arms of the youngest MC member, a 6-month-old, wrapped in leather, small hands gripping big fingers. Sophie's mother, finally free, sat with Red, shaking, sipping hot coffee. "I thought I'd never see daylight," she whispered. Red slid a patched vest across the table, iron, thread, and loyalty. "You're part of us now. No more threats. No more monsters." The biker bar, once filled with wild laughter and rough talk, became a haven of peace. Flashback. Sophie's mother told her story. The cop, once a trusted officer and new boyfriend, turned controlling, violent, then truly dangerous. He scared off neighbors, tapped phones, hid guns, and locked them up at night. The mother survived on hope and strength, memorizing exits, sending coded texts, secretly teaching Sophie, if things get bad, Find the bikers. The Iron Wolves listened, anger simmering, but pride growing. The club's reputation had been shaped by their own mistakes, but sometimes fate sent miracles to rewrite the ending. Days passed. The local news swarmed, hoping for interviews. Red kept the family away from the cameras. "We protect in the shadows," he explained. "Heroism isn't about the spotlight, it's about the right thing. Every time." Police came with apologies. "We missed the signs. That man was one of us." The sergeant who doubted Snake now brought gifts. A small toy motorcycle for Sophie's brother. A police badge with a note. "You watched over her when we failed." Kate took Sophie to a therapist, ensuring wounds healed inside and out. Snake visited each morning, teaching her to braid her hair, making her laugh with tales of bikes and road trips. She rode with him around block after block, learning the feeling of wind with no fear chasing behind. MC ritual. One dusk. Red called the club together for a ceremony. He presented Sophie with a custom Iron Wolves leather jacket, small, patched, just her size. She wore it proudly, standing tall in front of dozens of cheering bikers. "For each child we save, we make our circle stronger," Red announced. The MC voted unanimously that the family stay under their watch until the trial. Snake and Kate, tough as ever, became Sophie's new guardians. The club took shifts at her home, escorting her to school, running errands with her mom, fixing bikes while watching cartoons. Locals started leaving meals on the porch, offering thanks. Even some old MC rivals sent donations, the story of rescue traveling far. Justice and trial. Months later, Sophie's mom testified against the cop in a packed courthouse. Snake sat with Sophie in the front row. Intimidating presence, unmissable. The club arrived in formation, filling the courthouse steps with leather and denim. Press whispered. Families stared, but nobody dared object. The club produced the confession video. The judge, moved by the MC's commitment, ruled swiftly, cop convicted. Life sentence. Sophie's mother cried tears that washed away years of pain. After court, Red gave a speech before the press. "We're judged for how we look. But tonight, judge us for what we do." Sophie's mom thanked the MC publicly, her voice clear, unbreakable. "You were the shield God sent when we had no hope left." Aftermath and growth. Sophie changed. She grew braver, making friends at school, joining the MC for rides, learning first aid from Kate. Snake bought her a new rabbit, hand-stitched with Iron Wolves insignia. She wrote notes to others who felt lost. Her story now shared quietly among hundreds of families in the region. Sophie's mom became close to Kate, hosting MC cookouts, mentoring battered women, teaching others how to build escape plans. The biker club's reputation transformed. Iron Wolves soon partnered with local shelters, offering rides and protection. Snake began working with police to set up a hotline for families in trouble. Sophie and her brother thrived. The MC witnessed a joy they once thought impossible. Laughter filling the clubhouse. Stories traded by moonlight. Viral message and final lesson. One night, Sophie stood with Red at a major MC rally. She wore her patched jacket, gripping the rabbit tightly. Red handed her the microphone, and voice stronger than the stars she spoke for the first time on stage. "I was scared. I thought nobody would help. But bikers in leather saved me. Don't judge people by how they look. Find the ones who'll protect you. And if you ever need it, find Iron Wolves. We don't let monsters win." Applause rolled out under the infinite sky. Sunrise, Snake, Red, Kate, and the family rode out together, headlights shining. The MC escorted Sophie home every day until she felt strong enough to walk alone. They kept the circle tight: love, loyalty, and a promise. Years later, when Sophie was grown, she visited the clubhouse, brought her college friends and her own children, telling the story of how strangers became family, and leather became her armor. If this story moved you, subscribe for more true tales of courage, second chances, and biker loyalty. Real family chooses to protect.